Today, doing a car scope, going to talk a little bit about, like I said, useless media and distracting habits. And what do I mean by that? I mean that media in general, after reading this book by Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect, talking a lot about how we consume a lot of junk. Uh, we consume a lot of useless media as Americans. And I don't know about other people from the rest of the world that are tuned in here, but a lot of it is just garbage. I mean, you look at any news, CNN, just take any news channel and throw it out the door. We have this uh, issue of overconsumption of media and having distracting habits. Habits that are not helping us towards our goals or helping us succeed, but habits that are causing us to not only harm ourselves and harm our path towards our goals, but harming the people around us and people we often care about. And you think about shows like Real Housewives and just junk. Like, who does that help? It helps nobody, and it really, doesn't help anybody grow or succeed in their job or profession or anything. Like, even watching the Olympics is, really a waste of time, to be honest with you. Uh, it doesn't help you to watch the Olympics. Like, all you probably think about is, boy, I'm fat, or I couldn't do that, and you just think negative thoughts anyway. So, I got a buddy, like, for example, who is on ESPN probably 4 hours a day. ESPN.com, like, whether it be media that you consume via TV, Facebook, whatever, or just websites that you're constantly going to, and a lot, quite oftentimes it's mostly Twitter, social media, things like that people are, plugged into 24/7. And all the negativity, not only all the negativity, but just the useless distractions. Like, if it's not that, it's media such as Xbox, right? You got grown ass men playing Xbox for 4 or 5 hours a day. Like, how is that helping anybody, especially their families? I got a friend, I should say, her husband just doesn't get it. He's in this extended adolescence. And that's a big problem in our country. I think there's a lot of extended adolescence where grown men and women, not to single out the guys here, but grown men in this particular example, playing video games, or how about this? I'm going to offend some people because I know some people really take this game seriously, and I was a big, 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 big Pokemon Go player, or big, big Pokemon player, I should say, back in the day. And then I went to Magic cards and all this other stuff, and I think that Pokemon Go game is another, again, just a big distraction that is not helping you get closer to your life goals and closer to your professional goals. Um, what does catching Pikachu do for your bottom line? What does playing Xbox for 5 hours and killing however many people in Call of Duty or something, and you making whatever rank you are in the global rankings? How does that help you provide for your family? And don't get me wrong, there are some professions where the top 1 whatever percent that you can make money playing video games, but guess what? All that's not reality, right? It's not reality. If you think that you're going to be a professional video game player for your life goal, great, more power to you. But let's be realistic, right? Especially if you already have like a family and obligations, do that in your spare time, right? Do that in like your little own personal time that you've scheduled for yourself, not the time that you're neglecting your responsibilities and those other goals that are fueling your life. So there's a statistic out there that 80% of people consume things that do not help them, that are, either time wasters or whatever. And the other 20% consume self-help books, business success books, education, things that are going to get them further along in a profession or a career or whatever, right? They're pursuing education. And Jim Rome had a great quote that I love, and that is a formal education will make you money, but a lifelong education will make you a fortune. I'll say that again. A formal education will make you money, but a lifelong education will make you a fortune. So I challenge everybody who's, on here, my replay viewers, to question yourself and your habits that you have. Are they destructive? Are they self-promoting, self-building, or are they self-limiting and something that drags you backwards? So I challenge you guys. I challenge you all to basically just take an inventory of how much time you're spending either watching, negative news media, garbage media like Real Housewives, or cartoons, really any TV, even stuff like ESPN, right? Checking up sports stats, and like that doesn't help anybody that you're a freaking smart sports guy. It's funny because you see like these sports guys who play fantasy football, like avid fantasy football, avid March Madness bracket guys, and they'll pick on the guys that are like playing Pokemon Go. Like you're glued to your phone; it's just on ESPN, not Pokemon. It's like you're wasting just as much time too, and neglecting your family just as much. So I challenge you guys to take a inventory, right? Basically, in order to find out if you're on track for anything, you have to take an inventory, and you have to go back and look at your habits and track for a day or two or a week and see, okay, how much time am I spending on Facebook? How much time am I reading, useless Twitter feeds? How much time am I spending on Instagram scoping out like ex-girlfriend photos? What are the things that I'm doing in my life that are detracting from my progress towards my life goals, or whatever that else may be, like relationships with my family? Like, am I physically there but not really there, right? Like, you go to the gym or you go to the park. Like, I see these playgroup mobs and stuff, and they're sitting there, their kids are playing, and they're just blah 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 on their phone. It's like you're not enjoying your children and the time you get to spend with them. You're sitting there just Twittering, Facebook, Instagramming, and who gives a shit about any of that stuff? Like, you're missing out on the moments with your children and your family, and you're just missing out on life. And so I challenge you to, be in the moment with things that are meaningful. Keep your goals and priorities first and foremost, and let those guide your decisions, your choices, your little choices and decisions every day, whether that be to watch that television program, or to check Facebook again for the 30th time today, or go on Twitter because your phone has a little message alert or notification symbols showing you that you got somebody that tweeted something to you. This isn't bad media consumption, right? Because there's good media consumption and bad media consumption. 80% of people out there are consuming bad media, right? 20% of people out there are consuming self-promoting, self-help, right? Educational material. And that's what this is. This is meant to be. That's what my channel's all about. Promoting leadership, excellence, life skills, positivity, creativity, success. And I appreciate my brother being on here, and I appreciate all my friends on here. You guys are awesome. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for, just being you and consuming good media and not bad media, right? So don't stop the flow. Thank you guys. You guys have a great week. I'm going to go spend time with my 2 kids right now. So thank you guys. Take care.